so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what the mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Honey, I dash, got it on.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Miami Dolphins. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe 11B. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Okay. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing his line. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Back to throw, Luck. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. After the sack on first down, Luck. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lott. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Let's get that ball, hey, wahoo! 58, Mike.
3rd and long. It's Lott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Check 24, check 24.
On 1st down, Stanton. And he's got his man on the out route. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
91. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, foxtrot. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stanton. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
Go. Get the go.
Throwing again. Stanton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The ball comes out. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Stanton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 34.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw is Locke. Flush to his right. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Hey, orbit.
Now a 1st down throw, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again is Locke. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stanton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Throwing on first down, Stanton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Stanton. And this is incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Love. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hekker now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Bird to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders... will have a short field to work with as they take over.
At the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Right down. 180. One. Raider 1. Watch the run. They're running. Hey, back up. Let's go. Hey, we got they're down. 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, come on, come on,
2nd and 2. Buying time to his left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Locke. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Luck. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
I'm coming after you. Crawl. Hey, Delta.
The final shot before the break. Lock. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Carr now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than so. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Wilkins. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. Steps away to his left. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Carr now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking right sideline. That's complete. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
They come out here in the eye. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the result, instead of the chip shot to tie, they turn the ball over on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so a long way away from kneel down time. So you've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Into the red zone, it's Carr.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Room here to run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili up.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey, 734. Bravo. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And again, it's Chubb. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run. Chubb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 52, and this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 52, and this for the win. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Now it's Bird on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's intercepted. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time.
Blitz coming And down he goes. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side, finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big pickup of 38.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Back to throw. Love. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't